Hello. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think we don't have Gunjan. I think there must be some other person who must be joining. Let me call him. Okay, so let's get started. I think Amit has joined today.
Yeah.
Amit, so this is your introduction to SaaS admin, right? You know anything about SaaS or SaaS admin in general?
Not really. It would be better if you can give me an introduction.
So like we are almost towards the ending. Okay. I don't know when you spoke to Satish, but yeah, SaaS administration, there are a lot of activities which a SaaS administrator does. So have you gone through any sample job requirements or sample resumes, or any idea about SaaS administration?
Not really. I just got the call like half an hour ago, and he asked me to just come and join in to get a brief info about all this.
Okay, so what a SaaS administrator does is so you're not even from SaaS developer background, right?
No, not really.
Okay, so there are SaaS is a big platform which helps you to develop several different applications, data warehousing applications. So when you get your data from your transactional databases, you can use ETL tools to transform that data and to convert it into the relevant format which you want to process, and then you can aggregate that data. You can aggregate it in various ways. For suppose if you want to look that data from the multidimensional perspective, so you build cubes based on that data. For that you develop star schemas, several different schemas, and load the data into that. So that's a different process altogether. After building the cube, you report the users can report based on the data they have, and based on the reports they do analysis. So it's basically ETL aggregation, your reporting and analysis. So all these end-to-end implementation of data warehousing is implemented in SaaS. So we have several different tools for that. For ETL we have DI Studio, and for aggregating we have OLAP Cube Studio, and for reporting we have Information Map Studio or the Web Report Studio, and for analysis we have Enterprise Guide, the Enterprise Miner. So these are the tools which developers use on a regular basis to perform the task, whatever the task that has been given to them. So what as a SaaS administrator you do is you make sure that the environment is up and running for them. So behind the scenes a lot of things go on, how that particular enterprise guide or data integration studio connects to the server, where is the data getting stored, where is the metadata getting stored, how are the connections being made, which server is it getting connected to, what are the objects that are getting created, and how are they maintained, how do you make sure that the server is running, how do you schedule the jobs, how do you give the user management, who is giving the user access, and if you have to promote from development to QA to the prod, how is it being done, who is doing that, and all this kind of stuff, all this stuff an administrator does. So administrator is a behind the scenes job. So you make sure that the applications or the servers are running for the developers to do their work. So it is a very critical role. There is not much downtime when it comes to handling the situation. And, so that's see, as a developer, you do get a time to develop code, test, and repeat your these things, right? But as a administrator, there is no trial and error method. You have to be very good with your analysis and the root cause and your solution, and that too in a very less time, because downtime cannot be much in a production environment. You can the users and the whole business cannot stop for that. So there are a lot of um, daily tasks which an admin does to maintain the health of the system, to check the health of the system. So it includes monitoring the system, troubleshooting or fixing any lags, any issues they find it on a regular basis, have a proper disaster recovery system so that in case if anything goes wrong, the DR system can take place, and you can recover the backup and recovery. The backup is done based on the scheduling, based on the schedule you want to backup, you can back up your stuff. So but it is important what stuff you're backing up, so you should know what is important stuff and what is not. For that you have to have a clear understanding about each and every component, each and every object the SaaS environment creates, and each and every object that is useful for the SaaS environment to run. So this is basically about administrator role. This is in general, okay? I mean, any administrator you take, that's what an administrator does. It's not just a SaaS administrator. You take any Oracle administrator, any administrator. His job is to maintain the integrity of the system. That means it cannot go wrong, and it has to be there, and he is there to maintain security, integrity, and availability of the system. So that's more of, I can tell you in a short thing, these are the main roles of an administrator. So coming to the SaaS administrator, what does one need to become a SaaS administrator? As far as my analysis or my preparation has been going on, what I analyzed is you need to have a very good understanding about your SaaS architecture. What are the different tiers? What are the different components in the tiers and how they function? What are the dependencies? And how is your client tier, I mean the application which you are using, is connected to your server tiers or other tiers? So how is any process, any request from client to server is going, and how is it being processed? So all these terms are very important for you to understand, so that it is easier when you get into an issue, you can track that issue and get to the root cause easily, rather than searching here and there. You can just pinpoint to this, saying like, this issue could be because of that server going down or whatever the issue. So it is very important for you to go through the SaaS architecture. So we discussed SaaS architecture, several different tiers. What are the tiers? What is their importance? And what are the different client applications we have? How to administer those client applications? And as an administrator, which tool you use to manage, to administer all these tasks? I mean, most of the tasks you can administer from SaaS Management Console. So that is an application. So what are the versions we have? We had 9.2, 9.3, current is 9.4 version. So we discussed about user management, how users are created, groups and roles are created, and how is the security being assigned. And we discussed about metadata management, several different ways. So what is metadata? So it's important to know what the metadata is. So it has been going on like that, I cannot just get into details because you'll get confused. But
That's fine. That's good enough.
yeah.
That's a pretty good introduction to that. And
Yeah.
what kind of role should I expect from the job?
See, role in the sense, I didn't understand your question.
No, I was just saying like this gives me a pretty good idea of what this job will be about in future.
One second. Like what are you going to do as an admin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I told, right? I mean, you will be in charge of the whole system to maintain the health, to make sure that everything is up and running, and you on a daily basis you check the servers, you check the user issues, what they have, if there is any connectivity issues, and you take care of your user access. You take care of your change management, any change management from dev to prod to like that, and security. So these are a lot tasks which an admin has. So you on a daily basis perform. There are daily tasks, there are weekly tasks, and monthly tasks. There are tasks which are periodic, which are repetitive. I mean, you have to do it on a certain time. For example, you have to conduct a disaster recovery, you have to conduct a backup and recovery. I mean, you have to do it on a daily basis. But there are some tasks which come out of the blue, and any production issue, any production shutdown, or any user issues, they just come out of the blue. For that, you have to be prepared. So those are not those are unplanned tasks. Okay. So that depends on your system, what system you're working on. If it is a stable system, you don't have to worry much. But if it just keeps popping up issues, you may have many tasks to deal with. So that's
Okay, that sounds good. Uh, Now, how about this training? Like, how will this training proceed, and how many sessions will be there? And
See, it's not a training. I mean, let me just give you to I got trained. I mean, I started my SaaS administration in August. So I studied on my own for most of the part. So there are a lot of documents available in the SaaS support. So you have to go through. This is just a discussion forum or a discussion session between there is Hima and there is Gunjan, who have been attending sessions since a week. So I'm just guiding them to what materials they need to go, and just an introduction or and a little bit of info I'm giving it. We are almost, I mean, I'm not covering each and every topic because I'm not good with everything. So right now we are almost ending. I mean, today I want to wind it up for Hima and these guys. uh, so it's not a rigid session I have, but I don't know how I mean how you are going to proceed with it, because I just took up for Hima and Gunjan, thinking that I would just help them with their preparation. That's it. I'm not a trainer by this thing by any qualification.
okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So, what do you recommend? Like, I will be starting from scratch, obviously, in terms of SAS. So, where should I start?
Yeah, we will talk about it. Let me just complete today's session for Hima, and we can talk about it. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So Hima, I mean, so you've been working on SaaS management console, right? So how did you feel? I mean, you had any issues with any of the stuff on your VM?
No, as of now, nothing. I could follow the classes, what you have told, and even the videos which have been shared by you too.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, go through that SaaS. I mean, admin guides, you can find some of the tasks. So try to do those tasks on management console. So try, I mean, you may not be able to do because the configuration might not be exactly similar, but try to explore as much as you can based on those admin guides. Okay.
Okay.
So that will give you some confidence. My software, I think I have Mac, right? So VMware Fusion, it is getting expired probably today, so I may not be able to. I'll not be having software. I need to buy the VMware Fusion in order to work on that. So my VMware will expire today.
Okay, so even the VMware which I have installed,
Okay.
so is it also, I mean, is it also a licensed version or no? It's a trial version.
You should know it. What have you installed?
Usually, would they be the trial versions
See,
or
for VMware Fusion, they gave me 30-day trial period, but I think for VMware 12, I don't think it is a trial version. You should be okay. I mean, I don't see any problem with the Windows machine. For Mac, it is an issue.
okay?
For you guys, there should not be any problem. Even if you had a problem, you'll find some sort of license keys anywhere on the internet. But for VM Fusion, I'm not able to find. So what so you had any, I mean, I'm just trying to, I'm just planning to wind it up, Hima. So you have any questions until now? Any sort of questions we had until now? Is a practical thing or in a theoretical thing, or just let me know right now.
The thing is, like, actually, I did not practice like each and every part. I mean, like, I did not cover each and every part, but so far, whatever parts I have covered, I'm like, it's okay on them.
Okay. So you know all the directories and all the folder structure on your machine. You'll be able to show me the configuration directory, the installation directory, and all the metadata related files. You know those files?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just know like how to create a users and just the basic stuff. I think I need to go through all the stuff once again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just keep practicing. So I told you, right, I'll be discussing about Unix system today.
Okay.
So the same system. You need to picturize it in your head, because it is difficult for me to explain. You have server tier, middle tier, and the client tier, right?
Yeah.
So while installation, what you will do is, you will order a software depot. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, software depot is where you get all the software. So once you order it, you get that, and on the Unix machine, you will go through that setup.exe and do the installation first on the server tier. And once you install the server tier on your Unix machine, usually the server tier and the middle tier, they reside on the same Unix system. So the both will be on the same system, same machine on the same OS. Typically, as far as what I've discussed with many people, they said they install the server and middle tier on the Unix platforms. But there are some organizations who do have the server tier and middle tier on the Windows machine. Okay, so the directory structure, everything could be same, but the way you navigate and the way you troubleshoot, the way you execute a process is different. On a Unix platform, it is more of a it is not a GUI. You don't have a graphical interface. If you want to go back, you should give cd space dot dot. If you want to open something, there is a different way. You cannot just double click or choose that file and enter. And so there is a different set of commands you need to know in order to do some not just administrator tasks. In general, if you want to operate on a Unix machine, you need to have certain uh, the task you are doing is same. The work you are doing on a Unix machine or a Windows machine is same. The thing is, you need to understand is the way you are doing it is different. I mean, how to your approach towards dealing the task is different. For example, There are certain commands which I have noted down, which are very important. So you need to know more about your string pattern search commands, like grep, grep. Uh, what I'll do is I'll just put these in a document and I'll send it to you guys. It is rather just listen me out for now. So grep command, what grep command does is it searches for that particular. One second. It searches for that particular. If there is. Okay. If suppose there is a big file, there are a lot of words and sentences in that file. Suppose, I mean, there is an error file, okay? You have a log, you have an error somewhere, but you don't know where the error is because the file is so big, you're not able to find error. So you can use grep command to find grep space whatever the keyword which you are using and the file name. So that will search for that keyword in the file name and it will highlight that. So you can directly go there and see why that error has caused and what is that. So in that way you can go about troubleshooting that issue. So that is one. You can use grep. We'll use grep. You can use awk, awk, and scd also. So it's better to know what they are. And we have so Unix IDs. Unix IDs are something which are created by the Unix admins. So they give you an option to log into your Unix machine, Unix operating. So you call them host IDs. So whenever somebody calls host, they are referring to your Windows machine or your Unix machine. So your host IDs. So these are the IDs which you use to log on to your SaaS environment also. How can you log on to your SaaS environment? Only when you register those host user IDs in your SaaS metadata. And how do you do that? You do it from SaaS management console user management. Okay. So these are the user IDs which are created on the host machine. There is Unix IDs, and you can go to SaaS management console and add these user IDs to the metadata. So how do you find ID space user ID? It gives all the user Unix groups the IDs, so you know what a group is. For easy management of users, we put them in a separate group. We need not give access to each and every user. We can just give access to a particular group. I will take care of that. So if you want to know what groups these user ID belongs, you should give ID space user ID and ls-lrt, which gives all the files in that particular folder in a listed format, and it will give you that with the timestamp as well. With the timestamp, with the user permissions, it will give you the file name and all the file details. There is a top command which we'll use more often by an admin. Top command gives you all the processes which are currently running, all the it gives you the CPU or your processors, what are the process memory usage, and what is the state of those processes if they are running, what is the memory usage. So central processing unit, the CPU, memory and usage, you can find it from top command. We have lsconfig, which gives you the configuration of your system, and we use kill command. So what does the kill command do? If there is any orphan process, if there are any processes which are running for a long time, you want to kill those processes. It's more of like your task manager. You just go and kill this process, right? It's the same way you do it on a Unix machine. There are several different options like kill space -2, kill space -5. So kill space -9 forcefully kills all the process without, I mean, if you're an admin, if you have access, if you have access to if you are an admin, you have access to kill those processes. You can kill the process using kill command. And how to find the disk space, we can give df minus k, df minus g, and the directory name, and it will give you the disk space. I mean, what is the amount of it has captured, and what is the empty space. Df minus k gives the values in the kbs, df minus g gives the values in gbs. Okay. So ls user, there are other two important commands. I'll try to put this in a document, but yeah, try to note it down while I'm talking. Okay. Uh, so these are like simple commands. There are a lot of other commands, but these are something which as admin, I mean any admin uses. I think these are there in the training set videos too. Also, in the training set videos too, there is a trainer who. I mean, these are the commands which he told me, and I have noted it down. And Satish will also share his data mining Google site. Google site. In that you will find Unix videos. There they'll give you a proper introduction. So go through that videos first and see. We have so in order to see what time the server is up and running, we'll give we give uptime. Uptime command gives you a detail about how much time the server has been up and running, and like that. We have ls user, which gives you details about all the users, and ls group will give you the details about all the groups in that particular system what are all been created. We have we have very important scripts like metadata server.sh and sas servers.sh. So sas servers.sh, any command you just give it like this, sas servers.sh space status will give you the status of all the servers. I'm just pinging you. I'm not showing you anything. I just pinged you here, okay? Or else let me just put this in a document. I mean notepad. I'll just write these commands again. So you need to know, is it visible or do I have to increase the font? grep is something which is very important. You need to know more about it. awk is okay. I mean, just for the interview sake, you can do that. So they are like search pattern commands, okay, and then you can use id space whatever the user id. It gives you information about uid, whatever the user id, which groups it belongs to. And then we have ls hyphen lrt, which gives you list of all the files with all details such as creation date, permissions, size, all that stuff, okay. I can add anything, ls hyphen lrt shift tail space minus 10, so it will give you last 10 files in that particular list. ls hyphen lrt tail, sorry, head 10. It will give you top 10 files in that particular this thing. And we have top command. It will give you CPU usage and memory details. Okay. Okay, we have two commands, nmon and lsconf. Lsconf is important, which gives you configuration of the host, something like your what is your host name. Every server has its name, so it will give you that host name. What is number of CPUs, what is the version number and all that stuff, make, who made this, what is this an AX server or an Solaris system, all these details you'll get it in the ls configuration, lsconf, and df-k disk space in KBs, df-g it gives you in df-g gives you in GBs. There is like okay, and we have kill space -2, or you can use -5 or -9. So kill space -9 forcefully kills the process. Like you should give like kill space -9 and whatever the PID. What is the PID? PID is the process ID. Okay. And one more important, how do you know the processes? For that you need to give ps-ef. Okay, it will give you all the process running. If you want to see only your SAS process running, you should give ps-ef pipe grep command. What grep command does, it searches for that particular pattern. And -i, what does it do? It ignores the case, and then you can give your whatever string name, for example SAS. So it will search for SAS processes only, and it will give you the SAS process name, process ID, and there is another parent process ID, which is we don't use it, but most important thing is process ID. You collect the process ID from there and you can use it in your kill if you want to kill that particular process. Okay, and we have we have ls-user, which gives you details about that user, when was it created, what are his action permissions, which groups does it belong to, and all that stuff. And ls user. And we have ls group. I don't know if there is a space here or not, just check that. Okay, ls group name. So similarly, it gives you all the details about the group, and the user ID is present in that particular group. So what are the scripts which I was saying is, you will find it in the configuration directory, I guess, in the SAS metadata folder. You will find SAS servers.sh and metadata server.sh. These two files are very important. So if you want to check the status of SAS servers, you can just give // is the way you execute a shell script. SAS servers.sh space. If you want to start, you can start. If you want to stop, you want to pause, you want to resume, or you want to check the status. So you can give any one of these options, and it will give you the particular result. So this is for all the SAS servers, okay? Your workspace server, your stored process server, your OLAP server, all servers, get started. You will get the status of all the servers. Metadata server.sh gives you only the details about your metadata server, okay? Metadata server. So similarly, you execute that in the same way, dot space mtd, whatever the script name, mtd server.sh, same give start or stop or whatever status, it will give you the status. So is there anything else? Anything I'm missing? So every file, every folder has permissions. So how do you, so for example, every file has read, write, execute permissions. Okay. So you need to know how, in what pattern you will provide that read, write, execute permissions. So you can change that permissions using chmod. How to change permissions on a particular file? You can use chmod. And FTP, SFTP. So these are, what are these? These are file transfer protocols. Okay, why do we use them? Across environments, if you have to share data from your dev to prod or QA to prod, you'll have to give your FTP from dev to prod. It will send that file from dev to prod. And why SFTP? In FTP, it will ask for your credentials in. It will. What is the difference? I mean, SFTP is secure file transfer protocol, and FTP is file transfer protocol. File transfer protocol, and here you will give user ID, password of your what do you say, the higher environment. Suppose for example you are trying to FTP file from dev to prod, so you should give your prod user ID details, and only it will allow you to FTP. Here you will not give any credentials, no credentials, but before that you need to establish what do you say, what was that, man? You need to, there is a separate method for SFTP. What they will do is they will generate a key of prod server. There is a separate way. I mean, they generate a key. I don't know what key it is. They generate a key of prod server, and they will place that key on dev server. Okay, so that says it is more of a token. Hello, token authentication. So that key will make sure that there is a connection already established between the dev and prod server, and it holds good for only certain IDs. I mean, using that ID only you need to generate that key. So if you want to do the SFTP, you can do it with that particular thing. I mean, you don't have to get into that details, but yeah, you should know that FTP and SFTP mostly they'll use SFTP for file transfer. And if you want to open a file, you can give more, says file name. You can open that file, or you can give cat space file name, and know something about VI editor. What are VI editor commands? So I mean, any shell script, it is there. We have a shell script. So in order to edit the shell script, we need to open that shell script with VI editor, like VI space file name. So it will open that file, and you can edit that file, and you can save it. How do you save it? Escape. You need to give escape colon Q. So that will I mean, there are certain commands which will save that file. Sorry, WQ. WQ will save and quit, and escape colon Q exclamation will quit without saving. So these are certain commands which you need to know. You just work on your, just get some, try googling. You'll find certain commands. Check YouTube videos, and go through the data science website, which Satish, it's there in his portal. There's some commands. So did you get some idea about what the Unix commands, Hima? Or was it again too much information again?
The same answer, yes.
Too much information? Okay. I don't know syntax, man. You can check in the Google, right?
Okay.
I mean, I think Gunjan is asking. Sir, I don't know everything, sir. I'm not Superman. I'm just learning. So I don't know the syntax and all. Just to tell you guys an idea, just you guys should go and find what is FTP, SFTP, and how does it work and all that. I don't know much details about that. See, if you want, I can just find out. But as far as I remember, I just gave FTP destination host name, and it will ask you for user ID. Give the user ID, password, and after that,
Why not do it yourself? With Wix, you can create your own professional website. Choose from hundreds of templates.
Today's video is on FTP. FTP is a protocol widely accepted by pretty much any operating system.
Hello.
FTP stands for.
You read it for yourself. You don't have to let me know that, okay? So just go and search for that. So this is more of what I wanted to tell you. There are a lot of other commands. I'm not saying these are the only thing which we'll use, but it's good to know. I mean, at least for interview, at least for the interview, you will be able to easily, confidently answer some questions. So that's it. I mean, any questions here? So can we just, I'm planning to wind it up for now. Amit, I think you can stay on.
Okay.
You can stay on. So for others, did these guys leave? Okay, I think we have sufficient introduction for the past few days. So you guys can drop me an email if you guys get any doubts anywhere or any part. But after this, you need to focus on scheduling, which I am not that good with the scheduling, so I'm still learning. So there are several different ways you schedule jobs. what are the other things? So yes, I mean this is I just want to conclude here. This is the last one. So you guys prepare on your start preparing on your own and let me know if you find any doubts. So once you have if you have a certain number of doubts, just note it down somewhere and we can have some session sometime in a week or so. No, I'm not taking any intro session to Amit. I'm just talking to him about his background. I just gave him an intro, and I'm not taking the sessions again. Okay, I just took it for you guys. But Amit, I'll just tell him what again the same documents which I've given you guys, what to start off with, like system administration guide, what to focus and all that stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so Amit, I think Satish will give you. I think me or Satish will send a what do you say? What do I say? A Google site. In that you find several different recordings. So
Okay.
go to training set 1 recordings. Or ask him for these session videos. I mean the sessions which I've took for like 3 or 4 sessions I've took. So go through these videos, training set 1 videos, and start off with SAS system administration guide. Okay.
I think you already sent it to me because I have a link for some Google site and it has like training video set 1, training video set 2, and like those kind of things.
Right. Just go to the training set videos 1 and parallelly work on that SAS system administration guide.
Okay, cool.
So you'll get some idea about it. And meanwhile, if I don't know how Satish will be able to share these session videos. If we're able to get this, then take it from him. So okay.
Actually, he hasn't contacted me till now, so I'm still waiting on that. Like today was the first day I got a call, so let's see how it goes from there.
Yeah, he did not talk to you because he was because he did not have much time and the session was about to begin at 12:30, so he wanted you to attend it so that you'll get some idea about what this is all about and what are the challenges here and how we proceed. See, I mean what I'm saying is not something. It's something which I followed. Okay, it's not a thumb rule.
Okay.
The way I proceeded, I'm not sure if that will work out or not until I get a job or face an interview. So that is something I followed. I shared the same with these guys, not much in detail, but I shared whatever I could with them. So they started preparing on their own. So it's everybody's. I mean, your own level of comfort. How do you deal with this particular subject? So SAS system administration guide and the other guides. Start off with system administration guide. Try to get hold of the architecture and all that stuff, and go through those videos parallelly. And that's all I can say.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I'll just start off with that and.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So okay, guys. Keep working and keep reading those documents as many as you can, and just if you have any major issues coming up, if you have considerable amount of doubts, just accumulate those doubts and drop me an email. I'll just try to find about them and we can discuss again. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.